And if you're just joining us here live and free on LSA TV, just getting the comms in order. We're about 4 minutes into this first quarter. Apologies for the late on. We currently see Brighton leading 2-0 with Jack Woodford with a goal, and just then young Mitch Fuss getting one. And I'm joined in commentary by someone I know really well. Cody Watts, welcome. And the game here, a huge game tonight between Brighton and North Eagles. Winner potentially finishes top.
Yeah, big for both teams, and big for Glenelg as well. We're kind of out here just waiting to see who we're going to verse in that first week of the finals. So
absolutely. So 2-0 here, and as I said, about 4.5 minutes gone in the first. And but North Eagles haven't been without their opportunities here as the ball kicks around here to Briggs. Kicks up the top to Twisk, and Twisky looks to get down on his left with a good pick there. Steps inside, Twisky gets the hips. Great save there from Clint Barker. Chippy in the cage, and Doug just getting the ball out over there to Matty Fuss. And Matty Fuss just puts the motors on, and good attempted check there by Jack Waller. But Fussy got away by about 3 metres, Code.
Yeah, he's been very good, and there's... Chippy's probably already had 5 saves, so he's been pretty big early. This could definitely be a 3-2 game North Eagles, I think, if Chippy hadn't been so big early.
And we see a shot just going wide there as gets inside, and another one there for the Bombers. And they've started the game as they probably would have drawn it up in the boxes we see here on the traditional 180 Finance Young Real Estate replay. Just, Fuss looking, comes off, and... little left-handed shot there.
Anson to Tom, so seen that a few times.
Well, seen a few up there for the leading scorer in the league at the moment.
If it works, keep doing it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And but yeah, Chippy on the back of a couple of really big saves has put the ball down the other end. Definitely
a game Chippy'd be getting up and about for. This game obviously means a lot to him, so.
And there we go. Briggs just doesn't know where he is out there. He's I don't know whether he did do something to the shoulder there. That actually rattled him, didn't it? He hasn't
not looking too healthy.
I was going to say he didn't really look like he knew where he was then from that hit, and it looked like he ran into Mitch Fuss, but that certainly rattled him as he goes to the bench. And we'll see down the other end. Shot had no backup and comes back with North Eagles, and that'll be a huge, you know, if he was...
adding a salt to the wound there, and a 3-0 start for Brighton, and then losing probably your most important player wouldn't be too good for North Eagles.
Absolutely. So Cox with the ball. Jordan, there's an outlet, just opens up there, so good work off the ball here. And they just push the and a little one over the top here. And we'll bring it into offense for North Eagles. Kicks it down, and oh, that's just Ranger. Just nice baseball slide there to pick the ball up.
One thing North Eagles do pretty well is they are high risk, high reward type of team. So you know they could put 12 on you, but as defenders, you could probably get close to picking off 6 of them. So they definitely let it roll.
So North Eagles currently 3-0 down in the first, about 8. Well, there's probably actually about 4 minutes to go in this first.
Kenta with the ball, I think.
Kenta looking to go at pace. Yep. Steve Lambert playing defence. That's something you don't see a lot of. And Lambo just gives him one to go on with as he as the ball kicks out. Down to Gaspari. And ball back. And Gaspari just looking for options here. Not a lot of ball movement, not a lot of off-ball movement, I should say. North Eagles just looking for some, as we see Harley, I think, in there just with a cut down the pipe. So ball just pushing in up against and just goes behind and just throws it away. And Whistle had there.
Went in the crease, but Polly didn't call advantage on that one. So Brighton will have to come back and
Brighton
clear it properly.
And there was a couple of whistles. So ball to go back through Barker. Barker just looks up, and there's an easy clear on the outer side here. as ball kicks up. Gray comes out to meet the attacker there and kicks the ball over here to
Ireland Lim, I think it is, number 7.
yeah, it's hard to see down that end from where we are tonight. Just looking on the screen, looks a bit like Ireland. Ball kicked up the top and fires. It just tries to nail a 1%er through the middle there, and North Eagles will pick it up and
long Hail Mary.
This could come off, or I tell you what could come off. One of these guys, because Gaspari could have
just pulled up on it.
Could have done some damage on the keeper coming out then. And you can see at the moment that it looks like the Brighton Bombers are switched on for this one, and maybe the North Eagles have come out going, well.
I think potentially, yeah, Brighton came out with a game plan, and North Eagles have been shell-shocked a bit. They look, yeah, a little bit below par at the moment. They'd probably want to get a settler, and then, yeah, get it back on their terms.
So ball down the non-club end, and they just work it around as that makes it really difficult for the attacker. But he just slips over there. There's Gray. I think that's Gray. No, it might be Larwood. And pressure being put on out there. Certainly stretching out wide, aren't they?
Yeah, keeping them all busy. Long sets for Brighton, they'll be happy with it. 3-0 start and possession. You know, you can't ask for much more in an important game like this.
That you can't, and if you are live and free on LSA TV, I've just thrown the phone on, so give us a shout out. And as we see here.
Goodbye, Ireland. Definitely Ireland.
Yep. And kicks up here to Anson. Anson looks up the top. Picks up to Lambert. Lambert just kicks the ball, and it goes back down to X again. So it looks like Brighton trying everything coming from behind the cage at the moment, looking to get that little two-man game or one-man game, and Cutters coming from the top here and clearing space. Ball back up the top, steps around. Good defense there from Weber. He's a very much a good defender, and I'll tell you, we haven't even brought him in yet, but our good, he does cameraman and on commentary, Mr. Braden Munn over there, giving us all the pictures.
That was beautiful. That one.
Talk us through that one.
Gee, I mean, Anson come up and took the contact. He felt it probably on his back hip, I reckon. Decided to come around, roll a little bit, and I mean, the slip just, you know, bit of fancy, but then, you know, dip and dunk, you know, can't do much more.
No real slide coming there. Weber was around the place, just didn't get to him, and Gray, it's about the second time he's tried to come out onto someone and overcommitted as such and been allowed to go behind, and we see Brighton out to a 4-0 lead, and Anson, that's his first for the night. I'll tell you, our first for the night is Arena 42, who have given us a whole heap of netting for the box courts and surrounding clubs. And there's about $8,000 worth of netting. So get in touch with Arena 42 as the ball comes out through Jackson Stock, who had a wonderful Worlds in his first Worlds. Was over there watching him, especially against the US.
Oh, he's open there too.
And the grass monsters are tripping everyone up here tonight. There's a double grass monster.
Pretty patchy out here. I don't know if the cameras do it justice, but yeah.
And we see Weber bring the ball down, and he is a goal scorer.
He had 3 last time these two teams played, so Brighton definitely would have put a bit of attention into him. You know, any time that a Pole scores 3, you probably need to fix that the next time they play.
And I'm going to say, I know, as we see a moving pick. Wow, I thought there was a timeout coming then. I don't know where that moving pick was, but there was one picked up. I missed that one, and Brighton will come into attack, and North Eagles don't want to give up another one here. As
good D, Shane Weber.
Great D from Weber, and I'll tell you what,
defender.
Chris Weber over in Boston will be watching that, and he'll be all over his son playing the lacrosse he is. But big shout out to you, Chris. He was over here the other day, wanted to catch up for a beer, and unfortunately I was coming back from Melbourne, so I didn't get to have a chance. But big shout out to you, Chris, and the family back in Boston, and we hope you're as you do, always enjoy this the live streaming coming through. As the ball down the back here with Garrett Briggs. Briggs under pressure here. And he's just looking to use his body here. I think he just, the slide comes early, kicks it up the top, and Walla Pang Tink. That is, I'll tell you what, if that is a cricket shot, that has gone over the white pickets out the back. And that is 6 right there. But
Garrett Briggs coming from the field, not looking too good either.
North Eagles running an OB call here, so we get to see what that is.
So they've set in it looks like almost a 1-4-1 maybe. No.
Looks like that's what they're trying to get into.
But and the ball back up the top as gets around. And nice save again there from Chippy. No ground ball picked up, and Chippy certainly...
he's up and about for this one.
He is very well up and about for this one. That's about his 5th save or 6th save, and I'll tell you, there's been a couple of ball handling errors like that too, looking to clear through the longs.
Jack Woodford.
Oh, nice knockdown there from Gray. But just need to win the ground ball, and that is done. Baker takes the ground ball. And he's just sitting out there, and he's got Fuss coming through the middle, who no one was picking up. And Brighton will have another offensive foray. Limited time, I'd say, in this first quarter, but Brighton, it is all Brighton at the moment, as Cox just intercepts that one. And can the North Eagles get a goal to get the game back somewhat in their way? But not with passes like that, back through the middle. And this hurts you in any sport, as we see great... Fuss just looks down, fires another one, and deemed a shot, that one.
Ooh, I don't know if that one was a shot. That definitely looked like a feed.
To the bottom corner.
I mean, that did look like a pass to the bottom corner, but we certainly...
it was off by enough that the keeper was troubled by it. So
I mean, I probably had Braid probably had enough pace on it that it looked like a shot. Oh, a little BTB there. Just a little ground ball pickup with a BTB. We'll watch this one on the replay. Just a great ground ball. Again, it's down that end that I couldn't really see who picked that up then, but that was Anson. Little pickup, BTB, and Cox, so no chance whatsoever. And that's Carter, about second one for Carter.
Second one for Carter, and then both of them have been very silky. Definitely a player, you don't want both of them getting into a game, otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. At 5-0 early, floodgates could be opening.
And there are plenty of people online starting to tune into this this game, and it is a 5-0 game, Brighton over North Eagles at the moment. Limited time in this first term, and Briggs gets his first real win out of the centre. Looks down to North, just misses North, and now it's going south. It's going south all the way back, so Brighton picked the ball up, man-up opportunity.
Saved by Cox. That's an important save. You don't want to, I don't know, 6 1/4.
So limited time here. They've gone the bomb. And there we go. First quarter is over here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. It is a 5-0 lead to Brighton. And North Eagles, they've got plenty to talk about in this first quarter time break. And I tell you what, talking about people who should be listening to while they're talking, we'll hear a word from our sponsors.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
And back we come for the second quarter here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club, live and free on LSA TV. Goal scorers for that first quarter. We saw Jack Woodford getting on the board first for Brighton, and then Matty Fuss got one. Then it was the Carter and Freeman show after that. Anson with a couple, and Tommy Freeman with one. So
I suppose now the big question, Tony, is are Brighton going to continue and then we get a good view down here, or is going to be the far end, the scoring end?
well, I guarantee you Murphy's Law says the other end is going to be the end that we can't see the numbers from.
Yeah, well,
So,
I mean, you certainly can't.
No, I can't. I'm starting to get dizzy up here on the balcony because it's a long way up.
Not a fan of heights, are we?
Mate, I'm not a fan of gutters. That's a height. But ball out of the centre. And Briggs in the centre just doesn't look himself at the moment, does he, in there, Garrett?
I mean, are we just not giving enough credit to Jackson Stock?
I reckon
he's pretty good.
Yeah, I get
Jackson
nothing.
Stock's also in phenomenal form. You know, he was probably lacking a bit of form going into Aussies, but then when he came, during Aussies, he was phenomenal. Yeah, definitely probably one of the standout players, and you know, someone we're probably not looking forward too much to versing now because he's a talent, that's for sure.
I was more meaning, I think that hit on Briggs earlier has just rattled him a little bit.
Well, I noticed in our game, Tony, he pulled up Sawyer with a shoulder in particular at least once in our game, and I've seen it in another game that he's played too, so it might be a lingering issue.
Well, and given that he has so much drive, mind you, he's been a champion over all forms of the game with the SA Reds and the North Eagles, that they can't afford him to be anything but super fit coming to the finals, because he's a big reason that they do so well. So ball down the back here. Just gets around left, looks inside, pressure there from Tom.
Ooh, slipped over the stick.
And ball to be won, and that one, I'll tell you what,
It's worked out pretty well.
it worked out all right, but not what you want to see as a keeper, with the ball just being flicked straight back into the middle. Oh, and right there, that is a coach killer. Just turns the ball over, and that's why some of us coaches don't have hair.
That's why long poles don't cross the halfway line.
Again, so Brighton, with all the offense at the moment, maybe we should turn the cameras off again, because when we had it off, North Eagles had about 3 or 4 really good opportunities. But ball down the back here, that's Dallison. And
Lim, just like to point out that Tom Freeman's getting a hard lock off here. Got the shorty and just not giving him an inch.
It's probably the best thing to do, I'd say, not let him and Anson get into the game together. But
yeah, but that's the one where if he does get the ball, because while he was the lock off, he still went for that slide, didn't he?
Oh, BTB.
Got to know your role.
And Carter.
Some of what North Eagles do, and sometimes it looks really good.
Well, they got numbers here too. They got numbers here on the bottom corner. No, just recover back nicely there, Waller. Tommy Polden up the top in defence, and Ollie North down on the bottom here. So ball comes down the back here. Dallison. He gets inside. Pike steps around, gets in there easy, and that's come off the foot of the defender. And that is going to be a North Eagles ball if it goes out of bounds. If it doesn't go to bounds, he's going to get crunched.
Still
Great stick skills,
composure
though.
and got it there.
Great job by Waller.
And-
Feeling it, though.
And Paddy Gray finds himself in offence. And now he finds himself in defence because that has come off a North Eagles stick. And that is going to be a Brighton ball.
Just lacking a bit of composure at the moment. Looking like definitely a bit shell-shocked. Didn't expect Brighton to come out as hard as they did.
I was going to say North Eagles are complaining about that, but even from here I saw that come off the North Eagles attacker stick. Freeman, great body position, looks down the bottom, and great save there from Cox. Great work there from Carter though, as it comes out with Weber, flag, little one, nice. What about the BTB with the flag down then, trying to find Carter coming across the middle? Freeman coming across the middle from Carter.
I mean, if it's anyone else, I'm probably upset about it, but just throw that stuff for fun.
And you know what you should do for fun is give our sponsors 180 Finance a ring on 180finance.com.au 0480311301 because you will be enjoying the fun when they give you the package that Chris McGurr has put together.
Think of all the fun you can have with the funds you'll save.
And if you can't remember that number and you can't remember that, just scan the QR code down the bottom of the screen and it'll take you straight to 180 Finance. So we've taken all the work out of it for you right now.
Gee, Tone, that's getting a bit too technical for me.
Well, and I'll tell you what, now we get to see technically what Brighton do with their man up. Currently in a 3-3. Little rotation coming over. Bang! Fires, and that one's just over the top. Had some rubber coming off the ball with that one, with the heat that came from it.
He steps into those really well. He takes his crow hop as he's catching the ball, so he's ready to release that really
on the
quick.
bottom corner, Dallison just steps out.
Good by Mitchell Speck there.
So Speck looks up at the top. Still man down here. Over rotating. Here it comes on the bottom corner. Through ball. Freeman up the top. Just didn't give Matty Fuss much of a chance, but Matty Fuss says, I'll make my own chances. Thanks. And Freeman fires again. Cox, good save. Ball to be won in the guts, and it is won by Weber. Weber fights. Great pick up and great outlet there with a flag. Bang! Carter says thank you. What a great job on the ground ball there. And I reckon, was that Fussy or Limmy that picked that up?
Hold up, Tone.
It was Woodford.
If there's a flag thrown
Yep.
and the ball come off the ground before Carter shot that,
Bounce pass.
shouldn't be a goal, should it?
Well, if he's called a bounce pass, it may still be there.
There's
I
no
don't know.
chance.
I'm happy they let it play because that was an absolute snipe by Anson.
Yep. And there we go. So the
Jack Woodford.
flag was there. Bounce pass. Yep. Hey, if you throw a bounce pass like that, and that's what it was deemed to do, I'll tell you what, Braid, if you're on the end of that one and you put it in, you're not wanting it back, are you?
I've never got one of those calls in my favour in my life.
Well,
If you're on the right side of that call, I think you're happy. Other way, you're probably a bit filthy about it.
so out to a 6-0 lead and ball in the centre and just not getting any joy with the centre there. And Jackson playing without the ball there. Probably could have got an interference call.
North Eagles still man down here by the look of it. Should
And
still
we
have
got a
one in the
whistle
box.
and a timeout here called to the North Eagles. So they want to
Probably
just
the right call.
hold that clock. We're into the second quarter. We're about 4 or 5 minutes into it, and they're 6-0 down. So hey, take your time, work a good man up, get your man up team out there, put a ball in the back of the net, and start it again because that's the only way that you're going to get back into this game. And a couple of people online here. Peter Greenhouse says, why from the balcony?
Benji Newman online.
I think because there was a bit of rain forecast, Pete, and due to the nature of this game came forward half an hour, we had to have everything set up and we couldn't do that all day. Benny Newman, I'll take one of them. We've got Jake Baxter, Paul Kernahan's watching, Kearney, Bert Finkelstein, Pablo Palmer, Izzy Larwood, Gav Levy's watching over in WA. We'll change the time to 6:30. We ran out there. Fraser Mills watching, Avery, Lukey Hansford, Robbio,
My boy Griff Cabela online.
and Andy Semler shooter, all online watching
He's
this.
my boy.
So currently 6-0 the way of the way of Brighton over the North Eagles, and this game, if North Eagles can't start to put some goals in the back of the net, the way that Brighton look like they're firing on all cylinders, it could be over by half time. And we are just about to start and see North Eagles man up for the second quarter. And if you want to feel like you've got a man up, get in touch with 180 Finance on 180finance.com.au 0480 311 301.
I reckon they'll be man down here for about 30 more seconds. Not trying to double the ball too hard, though. Gaspari's probably not the right guy to double.
Yeah, we've all seen firsthand, some of us, what Ryan Gaspari can do. And he's a good box player as well, so holds the ball well, but he's got a good body on him and can certainly force into the play when needed. And Brighton very wary of that. They've just, it's almost like they've got the second...
just in case he gets beat.
Just in case, and obviously we're about to come back into even here.
Trying to call a stall call by the look of it.
Oh, I didn't think you could have a stall call on when you're man down. It's physically, I don't think that's in the rules. So
I'll put their hands down, so potentially
I was going to say
error, but a bit stiff. Being 6-0 down, you're probably not trying to stall.
And Gaspari pops that one, and right there, Ryan Gaspari puts the team on his shoulders.
Maybe they should have doubled him.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that too when they've doubled him, and we see Gaspari just gets inside Baker here. Beats Baker. Just allows him to get up top side. Didn't have much room there. And Gaspari can fire a ball. And North Eagles get on the board. It is a 6-1 game, and Ryan Gaspari with that one to just get them one goal closer. And back to the centre. And in what is a great face-off battle here.
Probably the two best, apart from, I'd say, I'm a bit biased, but Luke Keesing up there for sure. But, yeah, absolute dogs in there tonight.
So, ball won by Brighton and just missed his opponent there. Tommy Polden. Great pick-up it through the middle. Good and ran into...
he's so good.
I'll say a brick wall in Matt Fuss, but he's quite strong for his body.
Phenomenal long pole. Had him first hand in the state team with me, and yeah, definitely gained a lot of respect for him because he is unbelievable.
Well, you played him. You played in a under-18 team with him as a shorty.
Yeah, and he could shoot the ball too. So trick of all trades.
So ball down the back here with the North Eagles. They've got on the scoreboard. And running through X there is Brad Simpson. Simpson just trying to work his body, and he's quite a smart player, but good save there from Clint Barker. Ball to be one on the ground, still to be one on the ground. And gets a lucky flick up. Gaspari on the left.
Flag down.
Twisk on the left. It's a red helmets to get me. Ooh. And good save. That might have come off the post.
It was a bounce past Tone.
Play on.
All situational. Get a first look at North Eagles man up tonight.
And we got plenty of people online at the moment. And I reckon there'd probably be the computer going in one room and the tally on the other, as the Matildas are currently 0-0. And looking like they might go to
pens.
Penalty kicks.
Good man up.
Good save there again from Chippy. I reckon that's come off.
I might be a little bit biased, Tony, but I prefer a sport where they actually score.
Wow, they didn't have backup there either. I thought he was definitely closest.
Well, for a sport that we've all got in our hearts at the moment, we hope the Matildas do Australia proud, and they've already done themselves proud getting to this level. And we're sure the women's team will... I've got 5-4 in penalties, and Australia go through. Low ball coming through Brooks. And Ollie North just working with Doug Brooks, so defending. And the penalty is off here, so even are the numbers. And ball will come in and be brought in by Mitch Fuss. Mitch Fuss kicks the ball over out to Brooks. Brooks down to Matty Fuss. Matty Fuss, just a little flick back to Brooks. And trying to open up some space here. Arlen Lim picked up by Tommy Polden. They would have seen plenty of each other over the years, both coming from Brighton Lacrosse Club. And here comes Fussy. Has ultimate pace when he gets down the side. We saw this in a final last year. Great save. Oh, BTB. There he is, number 2 for the night. Anson Carter's thinking...
2? Have to be at least 3.
Second, well, that
second BTB.
That was around
okay.
the world, that one. That
No,
was
he's currently got 4, has Carter.
Yeah.
And
He's
but
just
what
how
about...
many different ways he can get them at
I was
this
going to
point.
say, Cox with a great save there coming off of Fussy. We saw him do that to win a game last year in the final series where, you know, they're down to almost golden goal. He did it down the Glenelg Lacrosse Club to put him into a grand final. And that there was almost identical. The only problem is Jordan Cox made a great save with that one, but Anson Carter picks up, and the smarts of him to little BTB to get his 4th for the night.
That was around the world, wasn't it, that one?
Definitely around the world.
Yeah.
He's travelling.
Frequent flyer points, you reckon?
Definitely got a few there.
And out of the 7, he's got 4 of them. So, yeah, just not winning the face-off contests even when they are winning it, are they? I mean, we've got a whistle. More whistles.
Real coach killer there, I reckon.
I was going to
I
say,
reckon North Eagles stepped over.
illegal procedure on North Eagles, and Brighton will take the ball. So, yep, you're right, Code. They stepped over the restraining line before there was possession, and Brighton will come back into the offense. So Carter picks the ball up, kicks it down to Lambert. Lambert. Now he picks up Ollie North. Down the back, just not finding the handle of the ball there. Jackson Stock. He's become an offensive player, has Jacko. Loves running a bit of offense, and plenty of pressure there from Garrett Briggs. He's brought the 2 face-off players. Not only do we like seeing them go like bulls in the face-off, but we love seeing them attack and defend each other. Ball back up the top. Carter kicks out to Stock, back to Mitch Fuss. Mitch Fuss, and he says, there you go, Jacko, have another crack. And ball kicks out to Arlen Lim. Nice cut there from Carter. I'd be giving that to him every time, the way he's hot at the moment, Carter. And he's being picked up here by Lewis Larwood. Larwood, under pressure, just gets in too easy. Oh, that could actually work here. Fuss steps down, picks the ball up under massive pressure. If they move the ball quickly, there's an opportunity here, but Steve Lambert says, let's just take it out, get a little bit of a resettle. And Brighton, ball falling their way at the moment. So down the back here, Arlen Lim gets around under top with Tommy Polden. Just, and there's I was going to say, he has hit him on the ground, but that was all stick. I'm sorry. I don't think that, we'll watch the replay here. Slips over. 1, 2, or might have got him on just across the leg. He might have, well, you got the first slash went straight across the leg, and so he's hit him on the ground.
It's hard to get away with swinging sticks when they're on the ground.
Yep. So another man-up opportunity here for Brighton. Dallison with the ball, kicks it there to Freeman. Freeman back up the top.
Giving Fuss way too much space at the top here. He's just as likely to crow hop into one and put it top shelf. And
this is exactly what you're talking about. Kicks it back over. Fuss comes back out, fires out the back, and good work there from Carter. He certainly, if you had him in a dream team tonight, Carter, you'd be looking good before half time with your stats.
You'd be happy as.
Oh, nice cut there from Woodford. Just trying to draw that defender out. And here comes Fuss just stepping into the crease, looking to rotate out. Carter, fires the ball, comes straight back to Dallison, back up the top, looks to Lim. Lim steps around, that's fantastic movement, and just gives him a little one there, and Freeman gets his 2nd.
It's just poetry in motion time.
You just watch this on the replay. Ball comes out, little rotation here from Brighton, and rotation comes from defence, and Freeman says, you know what, just get out of here. I've already just scored that, and another one on the board, and Freeman gets his 2nd.
Can't give Brighton too many man-ups because they're too clinical with it, especially Tom and Anson, and, by the look of it now, Arlen back from Europe, so, just adding more fire to it, and Ed Pike on the sideline, so he'll probably be one that'll hopefully be back for Brighton come finals too, which makes them even better,
So, Ed not playing at the moment?
No, it looks like he's over there in some casual clothes with a stick in his hand. So
it does. I might have called him before, but I might have Might have given him a stat even.
I'm sure he'd take it.
So ball back in the centre. Stock up against Briggs. Briggs wins this one. And under pressure, just flicks it back out. Hits it to North. North gets put under pressure straight away. Kicks it back to Briggs. Briggs throws it almost over the head of Twisk. And Twisky just says a little better than that, please.
Haven't seen North Eagles be this shell-shocked since they combined both their teams.
Oh, that's going to be over and back. That has just tossed it away. And Carter, I was going to say that had to be stop play.
No advantage.
No advantage. Over and back, so it's a Brighton ball.
Definitely the right call.
And Brighton will, and you can look at it breaking down here. You see Fussy, he was coming down the centre of the field there, just to be given an opportunity. And we've got a timeout here, called to Brighton. Okay, so Brighton are going to reset here. Probably limited time in this second term. And what are you enjoying out there at the moment, Code, with the amount of ball movement?
It's scary to watch, but Anson and Tom look very good out there. Chemistry is really good, and Fussy probably hasn't really gotten into the game as of yet, so he's probably one you'd expect to get 2 or 3 at some point, and Arlen being the same. So, yeah, this could turn pretty ugly pretty quickly, I reckon.
Yep. And Braid, what are you seeing at the end of your camera there?
Brighton winning more of the face-off than they potentially have other times they've gone up against North Eagles. Definitely a big bonus for them. And then, I mean, for me, the biggest difference in any other time I've seen these teams match up is that Chippy's just been so hot to begin with.
Yep.
And it just let Brighton really, play pretty free and loose and take their opportunities, throw them behind the backs, around the worlds, whatever it takes, and put the ball in the back of the net.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, talking about hot and putting the ball in the back of the net, get in touch with 180 Finance on 180finance.com.au, 0480 311 301. Get in touch with Chris McGurr. You can get in touch with him by just doing the QR code on the bottom of the screen here. That'll take you straight through to potentially the man himself. It's like the bat phone. And Chris McGurr will tell you all about what he can do for you and save you some money in a world that interest rates keep going up and everyone wants to take the money off. And, oh, there we go. The Grass Monsters just grabbed a heel and pulled him down, and Arlen Lim, I'll tell you what, he's been in Europe. That looked like he was on the slopes in Europe right there. He's just come off one of the Alps, and that's how he snowboards in Europe. But he's off now, and ball coming out of side. Good work there from Polden, and Tommy Polden will bring the ball back into offense. So ball at the top, and they will play in here through Jack Waller, and just an unfortunate slip there, Code.
Happens. I guess, it's not as costly when you're up 8-1, so sure you'd rather it happen now than later in the season.
But I'm sure the coaches are sitting there. We just called a timeout. We're going to work on something, and the first thing we did is saw...
Sure, Mango had a giggle about it. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I reckon Arlen Lim might be hitting one of the boot suppliers and trying to get some new boots before he hits the finals. Great outlet from Chippy. Bang, puts him in, and he's put Twisk and Fuss. You've got to shut that space down with Fuss, because if he gets an opportunity to run into it. We see here Brighton sending on the subs. We've got Woodford coming on.
Chippy's been on so far tonight.
I was going to say both saves and clearing outlets. I'll tell you, there's a man who's been on tonight too. Anson Carter picks up Lewis Larwood, and we saw what he did last time. Just beat him in. Lewis Larwood with a big slap. Looks inside, beats him. Oh, nearly comes off there. And they have some chemistry, don't they, with all the years they've played together, both Freeman and Carter. And ball to be won on the deck here, 3-on-1. And that's the bit that you look here, and a little 1-2. And Matty Fuss just asked for that to be held up then. Really good. They could have had another shot. But Matty Fuss says, let's just settle it down. We're getting good opportunities when we're playing our 6-on-6 ball. And Carter, did he just look like he's come up a bit short there, Carter? I don't know whether he wore one of those checks. Just fires in. Look at the top here. Steps into about 10 metres and hits the net. But unfortunately, it was the net behind the cage.
Nearly hit Anson.
Well, Anson was ducking for cover down the back.
Maybe he knew.
And that's right. We weren't using the wide-angle camera, but it did miss by a long way. Fuss fires. Bang! Matty Fuss coming off the bottom corner. Just turns above Tommy Polden. And not much that he could do there in Jordan Cox. We watched the replay. Talk us through this one, Code.
Fuss and Tom Polden. Probably a good matchup for both. Just a great shot. Geordie Cox would have got screened by Tom there, and yeah, just Matt Fuss, exceptional lacrosse player.
Well, not as if Tommy Polden was playing bad defence there. He was on the hand still. He, you know, I mean, he came around the corner, and to put it offside, down low, it's just a good shot.
Hard not to get beat for that blistering pace that Matt Fuss has got.
Sometimes good offence will always beat good defence.
So another one in the book here for the Bombers. They have 4 this quarter. It is a 4-1 quarter, and we see the score at 9-1 in the way of the Bombers. And good work there from as Webber just flicks the ball out. Nice little to advantage there for Webber. Just kicks it, but can't pick the handle of the ball up there, and nearly took it out of bounds. But Brighton are straight back on it defensively, aren't they? Just trying to do too much here, North. And that one's over the top, and there might be a late hit call there. No flags. And there is a flag, because someone is going to be an unsportsmanlike flag here. I reckon he's given him an absolute mouthful there, and I reckon Braden Simpson might go and sit down for a minute, as we'll probably see an unsportsmanlike call there, I would suggest. But it's certainly a late hit there. I don't know whether we have a replay on that one. Don't have a replay on that one. And I'm just trying to see who's down there. It's hard to see with the number. Is that is Jack Woodford or Baker? It's a long stick. Or is it?
I reckon it's Baker. It looks like it.
Definitely not Woodford. I can see him here.
Okay, it's a long stick. Okay, so that would be Jason Baker.
It'd be hard pressed to put Jack Woodford on the ground like that.
I was going to say
he's tough as nails. He'd bounce up straight away.
And Baker just
interesting to see what that flag will be, though.
Well, I thought so. There was effectively a late hit, but I think it was for someone gave an absolute mouthful, and I think Braden Simpson gave Bogger an absolute mouthful down there, and unfortunately he's probably been a little personal towards the referee, and they will call that every time if you say their name.
And what hurts North even more then, Brighton will start with the ball, man up in the start of the third quarter.
Yep. So we'll see what that penalty ends up being. But tell you what, there's no penalties here, and that is the final series coming up. It's just been announced on LSA, and we see the semi-finals at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club on Saturday, 2nd of September. And that is all junior and senior finals, both men and women. And Code, you must love the fact that there's just one place of lacrosse in a day. Imagine the crowd down at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club for semi-final, number 1.
Very exciting. Glenelg's Oval will be in spick and spam shape by then. So, yeah, no, all good, and looking forward to especially all our Glenelg junior teams.
Such a long day of lacrosse, because you're going to have the juniors in the morning and then State League finals and the under lights down there. Perfect day of lacrosse. And winners from there will go straight to the grand final. The losers, well, they're going to come back the week after and play down at the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And again, all finals, both men's, women's, juniors, on the one day, in the one place. And that will be at the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club on Saturday, the 9th of September. And State League finals, again, will be played at night for the prelims. But then, as some people call it, and I said last night, God's country for finals. And you've played a couple on Woodville. You know, that Woodville surface seems to be one of the best come grand final times.
Oh, it's always, yeah, especially that first field. That first field's always looking unreal by the time you get there. So, yeah, very lucky to have a field like that available for the grand final.
And again, all junior, all senior grand finals throughout the day, and the State League finals will be played at 1 p.m. and at 3 p.m. And as still being attended down there, and we'll find out that Jace Baker's okay. We might go and hear a word from someone other than me and our sponsors.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301. What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve. What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
And we are back here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club, and just an update there. Looks like Jason Baker may have popped a shoulder by the look of it, or maybe a collarbone. He's been taken off, and he looked a little sore walking past us, but we wish him all the best for whatever that is. We don't like seeing injuries in this game, as we see Simpson just fire that one to the right. But it is 9-1 at the moment here for the Brighton Lacrosse Club, as Twisk gets the ball up to Weber. Man up opportunity here. So this will be the way they would want to start the first quarter. Little one, Jesse Winnan pops down, needs to get to him there. Briggs says bang. There we go. One on the board in man up at the start of the third quarter, which brings the North Eagles back to a 9-2 game. You just see here Briggs allowed to step in. No one came, and on the backside, and as I said, losing a long pole defender there. That might mean that Brighton only have 3 in the squad, and see how that transpires, as Baker has been. Looks like he's been taken off to receive some medical treatment, and it looked like a shoulder for all those who were worried about him with that hit at the end of the quarter. So ball in the middle, Stock up against Briggs, and Briggs loses that one, and he's not only is he picked up by a great take there down the back, made the old hamstring stretch there from Anson, and ball out the outer side, picked up, a little inside step, pops up, and there we go, a little bit of air fuss. And Matty Fuss says, well, you've got one in man up down the other way. We see here on the young traditional 185 Arena 42 replay, just gets inside too easily. A little bit of air. Fuss takes off, gets vertical, and puts it in the top corner. And Fussy gets one on the board for Brighton on the back of the first goal there in man up by Briggs. So it is a 10-2 game here, and a great battle in the face-off is Stock and Briggs, and back into the face they go again. So Stocky won the last one. Briggs fighting, great scrap there, but Jackson Stock wins another one, kicks it back to the goal scorer in Fuss, and Fussy will bring the ball down into offense, and they will just reset through Matt Fuss up the top, and 1 goal apiece early in the second half here, Code, with North Eagles getting one in man up, and then back to back, and sort of cancelled it out. Great face-off though in the middle.
Oh yeah, unbelievable. You could sit here and watch these two take face-offs together all day, I reckon.
So ball up the top with Woodford. He got on the board early, looks inside, not there, rolls out, kicks it. He had Brooks up the top. At pace here goes Fuss, and you can't beat pace. And just like that, Fuss doesn't need it, and he goes, there you go, Matty, anything you can do?
Oh, no goal.
Oh, no. Deemed in the back of the net, like literally the back of the net. So ball being brought out the side through Cox. So a break there for the North Eagles.
Could be the break that they need.
Is that going to give them the impetus to get around? But you love that pace from Mitch Fuss there, don't you?
Geordie Cox convinced that one went in too.
Well, he just, and there's Lewis Larwood. Lewis Larwood was saying, hey, mate, it's in the back of your net. Go and get it. So ball coming out. Jordan Cox with the ball. And Twisky, I was going to say, he doesn't have to give him too much more room to do that. Just fires over. Nathan Twisk looks in. Oh, kicks there. Just didn't know where that one was, and
almost turned it over.
Just got lost in the middle there. Is that Kenta there?
I think it is.
Didn't look real comfortable shooting on the left there.
Well, he had it in the right hand and could have let it go when he got it, but all of a sudden there's a bit of pressure and just was lucky. He threw it outside. There's one up the top here if Gaspari can find him. Simpson just sitting up the top. He likes the Woodford matchup. And we've seen him fire one of those before. And Pridham just coming down to lend a hand. And ball out the back here. With pace, looks, kicks up the top. Just kicks it over to Twisk. Twisk goes to step inside. Oh, gets behind. Good defense there. And an easy out there for Chippy. And Pridham brings the ball out.
North Eagles kind of look a bit stuck in their offensive processes at the moment. Brighton, to their credit, playing really good D, but not much chat out there for North Eagles. Is probably why they're struggling to get good looks.
And Brighton bring the ball over. And he's been told to, hey, have a go at goal. But he gives it to Woody. And Woody picks it down the bottom corner. And I tell you what, down the bottom corner, you'll see on both bottom corners here, the traditional group. They are our foundation sponsors. And get in touch with Trad VC or traditional group on tradvc.com.au, 8376 3639. Or better still, there's a QR code down the bottom. Just scan that one, and that'll get you through to traditional group as Woodford tries to get through to the Cox group. But shot had, and ball to be won up on the top. And big swipe there from Polden. But Carter just evaded that one. And ball back down for Brighton. So what do the North Eagles got to do here to Code to get back into this one?
I reckon just, yeah. Well, all you can do, one goal at a time, try and get on a bit of a run. You know, I think we've all seen North Eagles go on runs. But yeah, just got to start one good D stop and into one good offensive set.
Tell you what, Carter, not only is he putting the ball on the back of the net, but his little ground ball effort there to get the ball in a ruck out to his man and keep possession. It's those little things that, as coaches, you want to see. The work ethic, and as teammates, you see that, and you just lift another 2 or 3 feet, don't you?
Well, how important it is for Brighton as well. You know, they win this today, they pretty much finish minor premiers. So big for the club, for their state league team to finish minor premiers.
And currently 0-0 in the soccer.
Just like it's about to go to penalties.
Behind me. They're in extra time, so we'll probably, as I said, you've probably got the computer turned to one, lacrosse, and the Matildas on the other main screen, potentially, or it could have a split screen. Be watching both at the same time.
Oh.
And a nice little back
there.
roll there. And Weber comes down. And you've got to shut the space with him because he will fire given the opportunity. Oh, a little BTB. But that one has that almost a possession shot, that one. But I like his ingenious nature to try and do that. Just steps inside. Oh, good there from Simpson. Just inside roll, comes back, and that's going to be pretty to watch with Braden Munn's camera angle right there. We watch here on the replay. Just little fake, allowed, even with a double coming. Just needed to play sides on that double because as a goalie, mate, you wouldn't want to see that from your defenders.
He's so silky. Probably one of the most underrated players in the comp, I'd say. The ability to, you know, turn on a dime and, you know, he's already got the stick ready to shoot, and you know, I think we've all seen him score a few of those. So yeah, big goal for North Eagles though, gets it back to 10-3.
And better than that, they're winning the third term at the moment, 2-1. So ball back in the face-off. We saw Briggs get the last one. So ball in the centre. Briggs fix it out, finds Weber, but Weber can't find it into his stick. Great pressure there from Weber on Fuss. Little flick in, kicks it to Fuss. And Matty comes to his right and says, here you go, bro. Just put it in my stick, thanks. And ball up the top. You cannot let Fuss get to those positions because that comes at a rate of knots from Matty Fuss. And anytime you're going to allow him to free his arms at the top of the key. So ball down here with Stock. Kicks it back to Stock. Over to Fuss. Little pick set there from Carter. Back down the back to Lim. Lim picking up the shorty in Coyne. Anthony Coyne just fires, and that one, luckily there were 2 players there from the Brighton throw, and the ball comes back down to X. Carter with the ball in his stick now. We're about halfway or 5 minutes into this third term, and we see Carter kick the ball to Matty Fuss and over to Jackson Stock. So they've certainly got a really wide set here. Have Brighton and
Doubles on.
North Eagles obliging that when they come inside that wide set to send the doubles.
North Eagles credit, they've definitely slowed him down a little bit. On cue.
Great save there from Cox. Little foot save. He'll feel that one in the morning.
Especially out here. Pretty cold out here, so definitely feel that one.
Ball back, Fuss. Another big save there from Cox. Drags the ball back and outlet here. And here we go. And this is the one. This is that transition ball that we get Weber. And just got to stay on the hands because we've seen him want to throw that BTB shot from there down to Gaspari. And tell you what, haven't mentioned Jesse winning much tonight.
No.
So Jess sets a pick.
I mean, Jesse normally gets it on a silver platter. He's taken 5 to 10 step downs a game off the fast breaks, which Jackson Stock's negated. So, you know, Jesse doesn't get a chance to get hot.
Well, I don't think I've seen him take a shot tonight, Jesse. But great look on the, and we could see one here, and we do. But Chippy ready to go. Oh, bang! Have some of that, son. A little bit of biff going on there, but a great hit. And that, you know what, you don't mind seeing really good, solid lacrosse hits, but both bulls just standing up.
Clean.
Absolutely clean. And another one off, you know, just there.
Oh.
But and a save there to Chippy again. I'll tell you what, I thought maybe he'd done something to Chippy there with the outlet because he just set him up big time.
Might owe Lambo a beer after that, I'd say.
I was going to say, maybe Lambo said something to him he didn't like in the change rooms and just said, right, you know what, take this. But I'll tell you what, Twisky, really good. Just gave that opportunity for a you know, clean hit. And you don't mind a good clean hit like that.
Should be another big save, though. Would have to be close to double digits, if not in double digits now. So at 10-4, you know, it's probably the reason why this game's not closer.
So outlets, looking for outlets, and this will come off if they can get it down the ground.
Good
so
patience.
They've just gone side to side there, and Dougie Brooks says, well, I'm free now. And Dougie Brooks kicks the ball into offense. And just as we turn around, penalties are about to be taken between the Matildas and the French. Winner of that goes on, and we've got our fingers crossed for the Matildas as we watch the game out here. It is currently 10-3, North Eagles. And what we want to do is have a build a good base in the penalties, just like you will with Traditional Group on tradvc.com.au. Get in touch with the guys at Traditional Group, our foundation sponsors, on tradvc.com.au, 83763639. And tell them Lacrosse SA sent you. Flag down on the play here. Turns around, fires, and that's gone out of bounds. And we'll have a man-up situation here for...
I reckon that was drawn by Arlen Lim on a really good cut that he probably would have been free enough to get past the ball for a nice shot if he wasn't impeded.
So, first penalty about to be taken, and Australia save it. For those not watching, Australia make the first save as we turn around, but it is man up. We've got to watch forward, not backwards. But the crowd went nuts here for what was a reset for a man-up situation. Is there another one about to go nuts here when Brighton maybe have an opportunity to score in this man-up? Little rotation, steps around, numbers opening up on the bottom corner here. Little one there, steps down, looks again, just misses the handle of the ball and gone out of bounds. And that is up there, and we see one of the sharpshooters for the Aussie women stepping up to take the first penalty as Jordan Cox steps up. Oh, great knockdown. Ball has come out of bounds. Unlucky there. It's come off the stick. of
Say North Eagles ball.
of Arlen Lim, and it's gone out of bounds. But great pressure there from Arlen, and just getting out here is Kenta, and he brings it down into offense. So kicks it over here to Gaspari. Gaspari just inside here to Kenta. And ball just out on the outer side. Australia with their first penalty, put one in. Australia 1-0 in the soccer. And the crowd's going nuts here, but it's not for the lacrosse in front of us. And we see here Garrett Briggs just organising some things here and there. And Jack Waller with the ball on the top left-hand pipe. Kicks the ball down here to Kenta. He's picked up by Brooks. Just a little switch there.
Good switch
Up now. It
Fuss.
picks up Matty Fuss now. And Kenta going left and right. Kicks back up the top to Winnan. Winnan fires. And Chippy says, nope, that's mine. Thank you very much. I'll kick that one out here to Dougie Brooks. And Dougie Brooks will take the ball into offense for Brighton. And there might be a penalty there. No, nothing on the hip for the one-handed slap. And Brooks brings the ball down into offense for Brighton. France about to take their second penalty and just put it in the back of the net. So 1-1 in the soccer. It is 10-3 here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. And ball down in the back corner. And we might go through some scores just as we go into three-quarter time for what happened around the league in the games last night and today. So Woodford just getting the ball dispossessed. So another opportunity. Oh, great pickup. Just pops it on the outer side. Bang, and that had some fire in it. Up and over the top from Matt Fuss. And ball will be inbounded. So ball down the back. Australia are about to take their second penalty. So just as it stuck down the back, Australia put and save there from the French. It is 1-1 in the soccer. So one save all. But in the lacrosse here, the boys are just whipping the ball around. With about 3 minutes to go in the third term, it is currently Brighton leading reasonably comfortably here as Woodford looks to put a bit more scoreboard pressure on and run down the side. And he still looks like he wanted to have a bit of a nibble there. But ball back up the top here. And kicks it out. So an opportunity here for Brighton. Little inside roll, outside roll. And just needs to have some relief. And ball down to Woodford. Woodford kicks it now. And under space, looks inside. Oh, Carter just dropped the handle of the ball and it's coming back the other way through Weber. But numbers there for Brighton. They swarm back in their numbers.
Big save by Geordie Cox again. He's been unreal in this second half. Definitely turned it around after probably not a lot he could have done in the first half, but yeah, definitely turned it around and it's been big.
So ball in the stick here with Braden Simpson. He is just assessing the offense here.
Looks like France made that penalty, so it should be 2-1 right now by the look of it.
And Sam Kerr looks like she's about to step up. Little flip that didn't happen. So, and this is where Simpson does his best work, isn't it? Even with a double, good double there from Mitch Fuss. Just need to push him in the crease. His foot's in the crease. He will be in the crease, and ball will turn over. So good call there from Zach Tremlett. The feet were in the crease, and better than that, we just see Sam Kerr line up and score a goal for Australia. So 2-2. And ball comes back here through Twisk. So Twisky, both red helmets there, Gaspari, Twisk. As we see Mitch Fuss just try and shut down Ryan Gaspari. Double comes quickly. Ball through Pridham. That's almost a ward. But Gaspari, he does this well. Oh, that's nailed Polly, I reckon, on the back corner. And ball there. And Polly didn't even blink then. But it looked like that shot nailed Polly. Good outlet there to Carter. Carter kicks the ball down. and ball with Dallison, and we're going to have a timeout charge to Brighton here as we see and turn around. And France may have kicked another here in the penalty, so that is 3-2 France. So Australia will step up as we see the timeout. And there is, we just see there that I reckon Jace Baker is just heading off to hospital potentially with a shoulder issue. So, but he is in good hands, as you will be with the traditional group on tradvc.com.au 8376 3639, or just scan the barcode as we see Fowler step up for the Socceroos. Currently 3-3. Well, now it is 3-3. I called that one a bit early, but never looked like missing. And it is a minute to go here in the third term. It's currently 10-4 the way of the Brighton Bombers into the last, what would be the last minute of the third quarter. And have they just called the timeout to try and set one up, just to finish one off before three-quarter time. And just eke that lead out to an 11-4 lead. So, ball. Limited time here. France step up to kick, and another save there from Australia in the soccer. Crowd has gone wild. It is currently 3-3 Australia over France. And Australia have a chance here to put themselves into the next stage of the World Cup with the next penalty kick. Currently 3-3. So if Australia can put it away, and we see here, Fuss looks down. Oh, bang, big hit. Another big hit, and the flag down. And I reckon, don't know who got him there, but that looks like maybe Weber. No, not sure, but there's a penalty to be had. And here we go. So the goalie for Australia lines up to put him into the next. Oh, she's hit the bar. She has hit the bar. And with penalties continue. So Australia, and I'll tell you what, that wasn't far off. But now we have a reset here. And I don't think that was Tommy Freeman that got hit there, because he looked like he's a little sore, and potentially this will just hold the ball for, as the time will run out potentially in this third term. And there we go. So Brighton will start with the ball in the fourth quarter. And it's currently 10-4 here. And we will go and hear a word from our sponsors and allow you to watch this kick from France if you're watching.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please please call me on 0480 311 301.
Women behind, that one just goes in, so currently even on the penalty kicks, France and Australia, with Australia to go first. So, but we see here Brighton being down here to Lim, bigger frame, and we see here Mitch Speck up against, oh, look inside, knocked down there from Mitch Speck, nearly from Arlen Lim. And ball back down to Dallison. Dallison back up the top to Woodford. Woodford just assessing what they're about to play here. As we see Australia step up for another one. As we see Woodford come down the outer side, fires right, and that's gone behind the cage. Call for an OB, and there we go. Australia score just. But there's still a chance, and that one goes over the top there from Lim. And ball here with Fuss. So Fussy will bring the ball in. Up against Tommy Polden. Fuss looking to just create something. Kicks the ball here to Lim. Little switch happens. Ball over to Carter. Carter just takes Ollie North out. And Ollie North to the man who's had the hot hand tonight, Carter. Looks to go over, looks inside, and Freeman just lost that one in the lights.
Good by Weber, all over his hands on that cut.
I don't think, as we see here, it's out. Australia win. Australia save by Australia. So Australia have an opportunity to, as lacrosse is happening in front of us as well. But we see Woodford just step inside, looks up. Freeman fires, puts that one down the back. And ball is going to come in with Arlen Lim. Tries to get around, drops his stick, needs to fire it in the middle. Oh, Weber actually lost his stick then. There was an opportunity to feed Freeman in the middle from Carter. So ball up the top here with Fuss.
Looks like they're redoing the penalty.
So redoing it.
Might have jumped off the line
before she got there. So France with an opportunity. And ball out the back here with Carter. Carter up against North. Looks around, steps up. Oh. Dallison not there. Fuss, he'll fire that. No, just pulls it out.
Woodford. Brighton just lost a little bit of silkiness.
Oh, nice knockdown there. But good pick up. And another save there for Australia. As a save there from Brighton. And Arlen Lim.
Looks like they're checking it again.
Puts the... all clear that one. So Australia have a chance to move through in the World Cup with the next kick. And
Freeman and Anson maybe getting to work here.
Well, they have a chance to move forward in the scoreboard. Little flick out, kicks it to Brooks. Brooks looks up the top, finds Matty Fuss. Back to Brooks. Brooks is picked up by Twisk. Plenty of space there for him to work into. You got Freeman sitting on the crease, just asking for it. Looks on the back side. And that one came in and out from Dallison, and Coyne backed that up. So ball comes down the outer side from Coyne. Currently 10-4 still in this game. Australia about to step up as we get a great timeout called here to the North Eagles. So Australia are about to step up for the game-winning penalty here. I can tell you everyone is behind this. Bang, and that's nearly rolled over. Check it. She might have come off her line. You never know. And Young Real Estate, I'll tell you what, come off your line for them. because they will. The league gets $500 for every sale that is a lead from the league. And all property services are discounted for clubs and league community. Agency sales are 1.35%. And marking is covered by the agency till settlement. T's and C's applies, and property management fees of 6.6%. And John Young, great deal, great person to deal with. And we're glad to have him on board here. You can get in touch with Young Real Estate on youngrealestatesa.com.au 1300 768 573. And as the guys coming back out from a timeout, we see France stepping up to take their next penalty kick. And she's missed it. All right, so Australia with another opportunity to put themselves through to the next World Cup final. And Australia, I tell you what, there are heads turning here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. We are on the balcony as the lacrosse is being played down the other end, and North Eagles are into offense. But the heads are definitely turned back towards the screens inside here as the ball is kicked up the top here. Kicks it over there and just
that could be going out of
drop
bounds.
The handle of the ball, and out of bounds it goes. So Brighton will bring the ball back down into offense as we see one of the superstars of the Australian team there on the wing. Super pace.
Time room.
Bang! And Cox just says nope, and we've got a whistle here.
That was a freebie.
Oh, so a penalty on the play, was it? And there we go. Australia are through to the next World Cup final. And the crowd goes nuts here. That's what I'm saying, the semi-final, but the next round of the finals. So congratulations to the Matildas. And they are off to some rare air in women's soccer. As we see here, Fussy, he doesn't mind a bit of rare air. Given the opportunity, another one. Looks to rotate, little rotation, man-up opportunity here, Carter. Just looks down, finds Fuss, limb down the back here, just trying to get in. Oh, Woodford opens up in the middle.
Oh, Fuss on a 45.
45, he'll step down. He doesn't mind it from that women's 15-metre fan line. Look over the other side, and bang, and Carter just says, thank you. Little fake, fake, fake. And we'll watch that on the Young Real Estate SA replay.
Bit of beef going on here after the play. Fremo looks like he said something to Cox afterwards.
And there we go, but on the bottom corner it just says probably shut your legs, because I just put the ball through there.
Bit familiar, Cody?
I wouldn't think so.
No?
No.
So 11-4 is the, I think, actually it's 11-4. Hang on, 11-3, sorry. 11-3, I've been saying 11-4. Yeah, Gaspari, Briggs and Simpson with goals for North Eagles. It is 11-3. And I'll tell you what, there's a few happy people throughout Australia tonight with the Matildas getting through. And I'm sure the black and gold will be happy as well as the green and gold tonight with an 11-3 lead here about 5 minutes into or 6 minutes into the fourth quarter. And we've got Stock here up against Briggs. So Stock, Briggs wins that one. Just gets the ball out. Fires the ball out to the right. A little inside step from Simpson. And that one's come off the foot, I think, or maybe just missed, but backed up there by Ryan Gaspari. And they will have an opportunity to bring it into offense.
Silky hitch and go there.
It was
pretty hard to do anything against that.
And you would have, Code, seen plenty of that in the state series with Briggsy.
Oh, he's pretty nice to have on your team. You know, you don't really have to set up too many defensive formations because you assume he's probably going to win every single one. So yeah, phenomenal.
And Twisky with the ball now, just kicks it down to Gaspari. And ball is trying to get around the right. And Gaspari looks to do the same thing. Kicks it back to Twisk, to the left-hander coming on the right-hand pipe. And certainly playing very low here, North Eagles, aren't they? Their ball pops over, kicks down, and Jesse Winnan fires straight over the top of the cage. And if you want to fire, your phone at the barcode in the bottom right-hand corner. Do know hard to run electrical equipment when the power goes out. So if you did lose your power there for a short second, we are back live and free on LSA TV. And Brighton just trying to take some time out of this game, I think. Fussy up the top, running around as that man down expires. And they will be even now. And we see Weber up against Woodford. Carter looks inside. Oh, that's a great feed. But good. Oh, and he still doesn't give it up. And Tommy Freeman, just a little. That'll be a loose ball push. There's an old head.
I reckon if you watch that replay, Tone, that there was definitely a foot on the line from a Brighton player there.
You reckon? Let's have a look at it.
Most
Oh, I
definitely.
can't see because the.
Definitely.
Yep.
Never let it ruin a good highlight, though.
I'm going to say I couldn't see it because of the replay stripe, so I'm going to sit here and go, well.
Would have been a cool one if it went in.
It would have, and it wasn't called, so it would have been all clear. So Carter just going to help out there. Anthony Coyne just steps inside, so Carter now is free. It still keeps going. And just a little flick there.
Darlin. Ooh.
And Lim.
Weber keeping him busy.
Well, Weber.
Oh.
He doesn't leave you
Good
wondering,
by
does
Lim.
he? Oh, bang! That one absolutely cracked the cookie jar up the top shelf. Well, that one has put cracks everywhere. There are crumbs coming out of that one. And Jack Woodford with a huge goal on here. Not much to shoot up in that top corner.
Great job, Ireland. Drew the double. Drew everybody. And
Woodford steps down. Bang! Top corner. Top shelf. And a fantastic finish there from Woody. And who said he was just a face-off player?
I don't think anybody's been saying that.
Said nobody ever. That's what I'm saying.
Fantastic two-way player.
He is indeed. And been lucky enough to coach him in a couple of state sides. And, yeah, I think he was one of our leading scorers in 19, coming out of the face. So ball back in the centre, these two. This has been a great matchup in the centre. Briggs up against Stock. And I'll tell you what, Jack Woodford must be relishing this because he's getting to just play some offense in midfield now and not having to bend over all the time. So let Stocky do some of that. But the legal procedure, as we see a 12-4 game here on our scoreboard. And have the North Eagles got any more? And that one's just fired away. They might call that a shot. No, that was definitely a pass. So they were onto that one, the officials. And there is a bit of a hush going over the ground here at the moment as the probably last 5 minutes just start to run out. Brighton well in control here. Certainly some. I'll tell you what, some of the checks, though, are still being played at a high level with the defence.
North Eagles got nothing to lose here, so they can push out. And, you know, Brighton put them to bed in the first quarter. So, yeah, all about just getting through now and see if Brighton can put a few more on the board.
Lambo looks over the other side, lines up with Fuss. Good save down the bottom there from Cox. And pops it out in front, but that one could be picked back up by Lambo. Oh, nice step there from Steve Lambert. Breaking ankles out there at the moment.
Great save by Cox. Fuss time and room. You'd almost beat your house on that one.
You've been on the end of a couple of them with the, as Carter picks up Kenta. Looks there. This is where the BTB, Freeman just steps in. Little BTB again with a push. That's going to be a flag. And we're going to have a 30-second push here, I would suggest. Yep. So man up opportunity here for Brighton again, with about 4 minutes to go in the fourth. And the ball will come down. And I think it was Harley with that goal down there for North Eagles, so apologies. I was just trying to get the number. So I think Harles put that one away down the other end. And ball now here for Brighton. Man up. It's in this little 3-3, and they look for that rotation. Just one comes in, one comes out, and opens up shooting space, and does indeed. And Fussy said, you know what, I rather like it on about the 13-metre mark. Just step inside the women's fan. And you see here, just doesn't need much of an opportunity, does he? Just steps inside the women's fan, pops that one down low and stick side. And Fussy gets, Matt Fuss, gets another one.
Been on the receiving end of those, a few of those, have you, Cody?
Yeah, I've definitely seen Fussy do that a few times there. Yeah, generally you know where they're going, but it's another task to try and save it when they're coming that quick as well.
And that's Matty Fuss's third for the night. And brings it out to a 13-4 game. And I don't know, player of the game at the moment, Code, in this one. You'd suggest it's on the Brighton side, and I'd probably be looking at Chippy, to be honest. I think early, when the game was big, he made some really big saves, as Webber just picks it up and goes the Hail Mary. Great pick up there, but your thought process on that?
Yeah, I'd probably be on the same page as you. I think Chippy, fantastic early. He would have had... Oh, Doug's almost in here. Ooh. Fair bit going on.
Yeah, there's plenty of body happening here, isn't there? And that's going to be a hold, and that one is going towards North Eagles. And Webber will bring it out. Yeah, I think although Anson Carter's been fantastic too tonight. I mean, he got 4 goals, but some of the stuff he did to set a couple of others up, he's probably got a couple of more points and assists.
Probably come down to those two, but yeah, just Chippy's first half phenomenal. He would have had double-digit saves, and in a game where you let North Eagles back in the game, it could have definitely become closer. So, and yeah, Chippy's clearing was phenomenal tonight as well. So,
what do you reckon, Braid, on the other end of that camera? What did you see there for maybe player of the game?
It's definitely those two players, there's no doubt. But for me, Anson's just been a class above. Like he's put the ball in the back of the net with few opportunities. I don't think I've just about seen him miss one. And
you pick the attacker,
yeah,
picks the attacker for best on, and the goalie picks the goalie. Yeah,
every time.
Well, or I've thrown another one in the ring. Jackson Stock in the middle up against a guy who's just about won everything that Australia has seen at the moment. Against Briggs, he's been dominant. And I'll tell you what, tonight, Jackson Stock is probably 70-30 with him.
Oh, he's been great. He's been great all night. And like you said, he's been making contributions elsewhere on the field, not just at the X either.
Definitely turned into a two-way player, which is good to see for Australian lacrosse as well.
And a big shot fired down there as the game sort of comes out to a bit of a petering out. There's limited time left in this one. And Australia's still celebrating behind us, as they'll probably be celebrating for the next few days.
Big night in Sydney.
Big night in Sydney. Well, I'll tell you what, the next game, trying to get a ticket to the final with the Matildas in it, you might be paying a few bucks. If anyone has one, I'm happy to take one off your hands, and if it's a donation. Oh, bang! Have some of that, Jesse Winnan says. Sorry, Arlen, but you need to, and that's going to be a penalty as well. No, didn't attack the player. Actually, was just trying to get up. He did come up limping there, didn't he? Might have got
maybe knee-on-knee contact, potentially.
And he's going to the bench. So just put him on ice, so to speak. And Winnan, he's turned the ball over down here, has an opportunity to, and just fires the ball. And here we go, Brighton with an opportunity to bring the ball back down into offense, and looking to get rid of it is Doug. Looks inside, Freeman looks over, Carter says, thank you, Freemo, you've given me a few tonight, and Carter gets a handful for the night. Bag of 5.
Locks him in, I reckon.
Great job here by the pole. Fantastic.
Great work from the pole, wasn't it? But Freemo, just unselfish. That unselfish nature of he had every right to shoot that ball.
Anson makes it look pretty easy. So throws 3 fakes and, a time where it doesn't really look like he's got any time to do it.
Well, you can see most players at that 5-metre mark or 6-metre mark, when they're straight in front of the keeper with a clear shot and maybe just a defender in front, are going to pop that every time. But just that one extra pass, and Anson with the class to finish it off, and Carter gets another and his 5th.
You're down there with them, Coach. Do they actually talk, or do they just know the other one's there?
You see potentially like a little nod. But yeah, they don't really say too much.
Oh, a little BTB pass to the goalie. Is that a shot? Calls a save. No. And the ball coming back the other way as the time runs out. And we see Brighton Bombers, who will now potentially, with nothing else happening in the league, take the minor premiership here in South Australia. There would need to be a few things go wrong for that to not happen. And with only two games to go before finals, they will wrap up the first position. Glenelg, I think the way it falls, now will wrap up second position. They can't lose second position, of course, unless I think Glenelg have got a bye, and then
if we drop one at East Torrens, we will. But other than that, we'll finish second and play.
So the final's just about set for the men. And while we have that, just for a second, games that went on today, we were going to say. So down at Glenelg, in the men's, we had Glenelg 15 against Woodville 5. And I think up at the Women's Memorial playing field, Sturt against East Torrens, it was 14-9 there with Sturt getting over the line. And a couple of big games last night. Woodville getting up 10-9 in the women down at Women's Memorial Playing Fields against Burnside. But probably, I mean, we haven't seen a loss in 50-odd games in about 5.5 seasons. And then we see Brighton go down today 6-5 to Glenelg. So
shout out to the Glenelg girls.
Well, I'll tell you what it does do. Now we've had Burnside beat Brighton. We've had Glenelg beat Brighton. We've had Woodville beat Glenelg. It sets up for a wonderful final series in the women's as well because, and they're all within a goal of each other when they're losing. So I'll tell you what, that's going to be live and free on LSA TV. And for the finals, first week of it, semi-finals, Glenelg Lacrosse Club. There will be some cracking 3-4, 1-2 games there, as well as all the juniors and men's and women's. All on Saturday, and we love having lacrosse back on a Saturday. And then we'll go on to North Adelaide and then to Woodville for the grand finals. But we'll tell you more about that as we head towards that. As we probably start to wrap it up down here, we see, as I said, Brighton running out 13-4. Victors in what is quite a large margin where we came into this game thinking this one would be quite close. Yeah,
Brighton definitely, I reckon, surprised a lot of teams around the league and a lot of people. I would have expected this game to maybe be an 11-8 game, not a 14-4 game. But yeah, Brighton phenomenal all night, and maybe just caught North Eagles on a bad night. And our player of the game, we're going to share it. We're going to give it to Chippy and to Anson Carter because I'll be the casting vote there, and I just can't separate both of them. I think they both had outstanding games in their respective areas. A few thank yous, Braden Munn on the camera and on the mic. Thanks, mate. Always do a fantastic job.
Always a pleasure with you too.
And to my bloodline, Mr. Cody Watts, thank you for being down here, and thank you for giving me a bit of chirp today while we're out in the field.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, it's great to have you on board and in the commentary box, and then you can take over as I get older and retire.
You should try scoring on him. He doesn't have much to say after that.
Okay, there we go. I like that. How many did you get today, Braid?
Just 2.
Just 2. Did you tell him all about it?
Out of 5. It's not bad.
That's all right. We'll take that.
I think we were up by 10 at that point, so he couldn't say too
Here
much.
we go. The chirp still continues. White line's finished, but finals are coming, so it'll all be sorted out in that area. And Marty Baker does a great job putting this on and being able to allow us to bring it to you live and free on LSA TV. So, Marty, great job, and we respect what you do. And
couldn't do it without you.
And the finals will be our next port of call. So for LSA TV, and there will be 4 games for each finals: men's, women's, and 3-4 and 1-2. So we look forward to having you as part of the final series. Stay safe for the next couple of weeks before we do that. My name is Tony Watts, and on behalf of the crew here at LSA TV, hey, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you when the finals are here.